Hey, what's going on, everyone? Astrologer Eric Rosen from Viking Rising Astrology. This is a Monday. This is July 29th, 2024. Well, find those freedom passages, baby. As I'm recording this, starting your morning, and you'll be feeling it for the first half of the day, I would say, there's an opportunity for liberation. It's an emotional sense. It's more of like a self-care, know thy worth, expose your skill sets, like get yourself comfortable with being like, hey, I do this, I do this. It's like, finding the physical comfort in the reality of like, there are ways for us all to manifest. And I bring this up because day by day, it can feel like we're in a bit of a trash compactor of sorts. But it's mostly in our minds, and it's mostly, a feeling that's coming, but we don't need it to give us paralysis and to get scared and fog out with Saturn in Pisces and also Neptune in Pisces. But that Saturn is starting to square Jupiter, and so like that's where the facts and having to like not bypass, our worldview and our perspective of the things that are really going on and how that's like shaping, I would say probably especially like the actions that we're taking, our perception of things. This knowing that we're about a month away from Pluto coming back into Capricorn, dun dun dun. So I definitely think that there are, I hate to say it, but there are traps, because that moon that's crossing Uranus that activates those freedom passages is also crossing Algol too, which is the demon star. And so, there is, I just want to say like there is beauty in this astrology with this Taurus energy, with all this Leo energy too, right? But I think we have to use this Leo energy. I think we have to like be careful to be like, can we like be mature and bring our passion to the things in our reality that we know that we need to be taking care of, and just, throwing caution out there to people in North America where it's like, I know it's the summer and, people want to go have fun. I'm not saying like, don't do that, but also, and sometimes I forget this too. Like I have to call attention to it, but like we go through like these new moon, full moon energies, and then like sometimes I think we forget like we're still in those energies until something shifts, right? So we haven't had a new moon in Leo yet. We're still in the new moon energy of Cancer. We're still in the double full moon energy of Capricorn. So it's those points where what are the things that we need to do to construct our life better so that we can be more comfortable like in our long term, and actually, raise our frequencies, find that freedom frequency to be like, okay, I know this is a challenge, but like let me show up and just do my stuff anyway. And like that, to me, that's the fun, like that's the passion. It's, when you combine all these energies, it's action, it's passion, it's constructability for your long term. It's doing the things that we all need to be doing to prepare for these coming months ahead, but not so much from a place of fear, because like attracts like. And so the freedom frequency, I think, is bringing in today our self-worth, our gifts, like just doing the physical things in our reality that are good for us, and just not getting lost. Even a moment of like, getting lost is, it's like, we don't have like spam pop-ups on computers anymore that I'm aware of, but it's like, one loose train of thought, and it's like spam starts like popping up in our minds. Like, oh no, now I'm in the past, or now there's this trauma, or now there's this fear, this worry, this anxiety in the future. Am I right? Like, it's like, and it's not to scare anybody. It's just to be like, okay, like, how do we raise our energy? And I think that looks a lot like we get grounded, we open our hearts, we do courageous things, and we just like keep showing up. And I think, to me, the ultimate freedom, as I was reflecting on this freedom passage thing too, is like wanting freedom for ourselves, but also freedom for others too. Just not getting caught in like judgment and even projections, and just like wanting everyone to honor everyone's journey. And I think there's a lifting energy for that. And as I was tuning into that on a personal level, it reminded me of my original hashtag when I first became an astrologer, that I'm here to free people from emotional jail to pursue true desire, because it's a dime a dozen finding someone out in the world that can tell you that you're doing something wrong, or that you've done something wrong, or that you need to do this instead. And it's like, we all have the answers. I've said this before. We have the answers in all of us. We're our own inner authorities. It's just sometimes I think we're scared, and when you do, like the level of ancestral healing that some of us are asked to do, past life stuff's come up, and just, all types of subconscious, stuff. And so you combine that with the insidious nature that I'm not even going to get into details of, just like dark energies that try to hijack us. Like, we gotta stay positive. We just got to do what we can do. So I'm almost done with my ebook that teaches you about your natal chart placements. I show you how you can actually look up the placements in your natal chart, sun, moon, the planets. I might add some stuff to that beyond that, but that's what I'm promising so far. And my interpretation of what that is, so it's going to be beyond what you're just going to find on the internet, basically. Like, this is like more primo stuff from like more of like an insightful coaching lens, and an actual like astrologer that's been like churned out hundreds of readings to people over the years. And so that's going to be available soon. It'll be $33. And then also, if you, in the meantime, or you want to get a natal chart astrology reading, those are currently priced at $175. And then your deep dive astrology readings is at $250, because put some channeling energy into it to like really get in there and really help guide you into those rabbit holes of healing, but showing the big story, which I think you know a lot of. But like, I've had a lot of people saying that they feel stuck, and I felt that energy at times too. And it doesn't matter to me like what walk of life we come from, or belief system we have, whether it's spiritual, not spiritual. At the end of the day, it's fear, but fear needs our attention too sometimes, to like know where it's coming from, so we can have the courage to be like, no, motherfucker. And it also allows us to see where we sometimes hold ourselves back from that freedom frequency. So those links to those readings, if you want to book that, will be down below. Happy Monday.